Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo, and you've tuned into another live edition of the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, a Q&A with you and me, an AMA every single day. We just wrapped up a live video with Diana talking about the Pixel and the iPhone. I think we're going to title that video, iPhone, I'm breaking up with you, or I may be breaking up with you, question mark, Pixel 2 for the win, FTW, maybe? Because that was pretty much the crux of that whole live stream, which was quite interactive, quite an amazing array of supporters. Jedi, of course, was in it. And she's back here. Right, there you go. She's BB-8 tonight, getting ready for Halloween. Although she could be BB-8 any day. We don't have to dress up Star Wars-y just for Halloween. We do that just about any day. So let me go ahead and begin by saying thank you for joining us here. Of course, you know the other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chris Pirillo, is where we did the other live video. If you want to join Discord chat, it's open 24/7 for you. Head over to either twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo, sign up to become a subscriber on Twitch, and then you get access to Discord. The instructions are there on my profile page, linked in this video's description. And then you could also head over to patreon.com/Chris Pirillo and become a patron. And you get access to the Discord chat, as it were. Plenty of ways, well, not really plenty, a couple of ways that you can join Discord chat. Maybe at some point in the future we'll have plenty of ways. Unfortunately, I cannot connect Super Chats to Discord because YouTube, thinks that it's going to do its own thing. Why are my glasses really reflecting blue? Is it the screen there? Oh, I bet it is. Okay. There, I turned it off. I've got the anti-reflective blue light rejecting eyeglasses here, so that's what the blue thing was. Let's see here. iPhone lovers don't hate on Android folks. Tonuch, it's the other way around. Well, I think I've seen it both ways, honestly. I don't think that, I don't think one camp owns it. In fact, I thought years ago one of the worst parts of Android was its core community. I mean, they were just so jingoistic. That's the best word to use. And it just drove me up the wall. It really did. It was annoying. I really have a problem with anybody who, espouses blind loyalty for any one platform or another. We do have our first super chat of the evening. Santiago Ino Osa, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for kicking things off the right way with the super chat. It's really, really, really helpful. You'd be shocked. Chris asked Jamar D, why do you use a third-party Twitter app? What is it about the native Twitter app that third-party apps provide? I asked because I've gone back and forth between them a lot. Well, I got used to Tweetbot on iOS, and it allowed me to more easily get to the data that I was looking for. And the Twitter app itself doesn't. And honestly, out of all the Twitter experiences that I've had, even though it's not perfect, I've been able to provide feedback at least to the developer, and maybe they'll fix a couple of the issues that I've seen in the client. But Flamingo has a really rich timeline, like very, very rich. And I really appreciate scrolling that. I like that. I like using it. And I don't know if I've ever really liked using the Twitter app outright. But to me, the experience on Flamingo is just absolutely outstanding. By the way, let's see here. Liz just reported to me that with Super Chats, I believe just Super Chats alone, we are a little over halfway to Diana's fund for the Pixel 2. So we only have a little more ways to go for her to get her the Pixel, to have her keep this Pixel. But thank you for supporting that if you did in the Super Chats there. Or if you missed Super Chat and you want to support Diana's Pixel, go.tagjag.com/device-fund will tell you just about how far along in general that we happen to be towards the various goals. They'll all go towards the same thing. But that's the best way we could find at this point to be able to allow the community to kind of support this endeavor. I want to do it for other devices. We didn't meet the Pixel goals, so I didn't even bother getting a pre-order for the iPhone 10 last night, as though many of you have done. NSXLA says Flamingo doesn't have a true OLED theme. Really? It's pure black to me. I don't know what a true OLED theme is, but it's black. Black is black. It's nice. Is that why Chris made the video about what you get what you want last night? Well, I don't know why. I made the video because I needed to do something about the iPhone 10. I'm like, well, I've pretty much said everything I needed to say, and I'm like, I just wanted to say, look, like, if you're gonna get it, that's fine. I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't. Just make a decision that's right for you. I just don't want this to be, well, Chris hates Apple, I'm never gonna listen to Chris again. I mean, that's not fair to me. It's not fair to you. I just don't like people who live in one camp or another at all. It just drives me nuts. I also made an update saying, yes, I will do a first impressions of the iPhone 10 and when I planned on doing it. I guess they're out in stores now or will be soon at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Someone asked if the stream had dropped. No, it shouldn't have. That I can see. I'm going fine here outright. November 3rd is when they'll be in the store? Okay, great. Hang on. Got a question up here. Chris, on what launcher... this is Chris JG24 in Discord. What launcher did you decide to be your daily? Oh, that's not even difficult. Action launcher. In fact, they just updated it today. So I've got Action launcher here, and I mean I keep a clean screen. Like there's nothing on it. Like I'm not wasting anything. I'm using the Android 1 beta. But the nice thing is he's just updated it with a new widget that's very much like the Pixel launcher. I like the fact that the Google bar down here is also configurable. If I go into launcher settings and I can choose... you can even integrate Google Now, although I haven't gone that far. I'm not sure how I feel about Google Now and how it doesn't perform as well as I'd like it to perform. But like under, let's see, the quick bar... I can choose the corner size. I can choose like how round it is or how non-round it is. The transparency of the background, so I can drop it from 50% to 25, which is what I was thinking about doing anyway. That's the corner size. Here, 50. You can configure just about darn near everything. Boy, see, there's the styles. You can even move the search box to the top. You can turn the action bar to the top. But I have like a search box in the dock, which is fine. Now it looks like I have to reconfigure it. Dang it. But anyway, yeah, that. And I'm very, very happy with what it allows me to do. Like outright. It's very configurable. It's very fast. It's very clean. It's like the whole thing takes like 4 megs. Like it's nothing like in terms of file size, but it is incredibly tweakable. I have a wish list. I created a wish list for Action Launcher, and I basically messaged him. I'm like, this is what I would like to do. He says, man, you're going to keep me busy. I'm like, well, everyone else will like what we're doing, so go for it. I report bugs to him. He gets them fixed. I mean, that to me is the hallmark of an app that I would use. Over everything. I'm still not happy with a few of the apps that I found. I think I've finally found an email client that I like. Not sticking with Google stuff. I'm of course taking recommendations, but I still have a lot of question marks. In terms of what the value of one would be over another. Does it work well? How well does it work? What does it make things better? Does it make things easier, cleaner, etc., etc., etc. And I'm still kind of tripping through that level of experience. Also, iMessages are encrypted. Yeah, there are different ways of getting encrypted messages and messaging on various platforms, Signal being a good one, if you were curious. Damodar Kenny says, only OnePlus comes anywhere close to give you a fast UI. Pretty clean, but of course not as good as Pixel, but on a budget, though. So that's the thing, is if it's not as good as a Pixel, it's... I don't know, man. Even with more RAM and it's not as good as a Pixel, it just makes you kind of wonder. But yeah, I had a conversation today. I may have found a sponsor, and hopefully would be able to get the next OnePlus. What is it, 5T? They're talking about launching in November. That would be nice. I'd like to try it. I don't know. Sending messages with effects like sampling effect that makes text bounce off the background effects. Yeah, see, that's interesting, but I don't know. I guess you know what I need a messaging client to do? Message. That's it. Everything else is just dozy-doze. And everyone's got different needs. Every single one of them. Andrew DeVekis says, subbed. Great video as always, Chris. Well, thank you. So you must have come just from the other channel, then? Is that what it was? I think I went a little early today. Oops. I think I had it scheduled for like 6:30 tonight. My bad. But I'm keeping it mostly on schedule. I know Friday nights are very, very difficult for a lot of people, and plus we just did the live stream. Friday is not the best day to do this stuff. But, we still did it nonetheless. SkyCop70 says, does Action make it easy to make folders? Oh, yeah. Look. It's like, it's better. I almost guarantee it's better than anything. So let's go in here and choose that. And, dang it. Corner size, material dark. Give me a second. I'm trying to get it back to where it was. Okay. And then you can actually change the color of the icon, no color. The Google G, no color. And the microphone, no color. Hang on just a second. Now I gotta... I wish I wouldn't have tapped over this stuff. Yeah, I totally messed it up. Now it's on the Pixel launcher. But if I needed to... Okay, yeah, I'm definitely clean. I don't want a colorful Google. So if I drag this up, and then I drag... Get it right on there, drag that up. Boom, folder made. Bam. Just like that. Psh, folder. Psh, folder. Yeah, you can tweak anything. You know, I can slide up from anywhere on the screen to get the app drawer. I can slide down to get the notification center. You know, 2-finger swipe down. I have it configured to launch system settings. You know, I don't have anything for the swipe over, but a swipe over this way. This is actually on the home screen. I've got my calendar widgets, a couple other shortcut widgets. I don't have a second screen for widgets right now. I mean, that's not really something I'm specifically interested in. Gerardo Aguilera says, Chris, I love Android, but I just can't get over how much I love my Apple Watch. Any recommendations for Android? I wish I had a recommendation. I've yet to find a Android Wear 2.0 device that I would be impressed with. Type Mail for email. Yeah, I looked at Type Mail. It was okay. I looked at it at a distance. I'm like, that I think would annoy me more than anything. I mean, I like iOS Mail. It's simple. And like I said, I think I found something that is very, very, very powerful and constantly up to date. We'll see if they take my feedback seriously. There are a few design quirks that I'd like to see addressed sooner rather than later. But functionally it seems to work okay. I've got a couple of other at least one other possibility I'm going to try next before I kind of settle into something that I think I'll use. You know, this one that I got costs money, but I'm willing to spend money if it's a good experience outright. So I don't have a recommendation for you, Gerardo, unfortunately. My name has changed is the handle on YouTube. Does your hood cap have a Vader helmet design? If so, can you put it on? Yeah, this one does. I've got one that doesn't, but yeah, this one does. I'm not going to put it on, though, because it's on my head is a little too big. Flavius Julianus asks, Chris, where do your opinions sit on the iPhone 8 Plus phone? I put it this way. I don't even go for it by default anymore. Where the heck did I put it? You know, my room was clean before this entire live stream situation happened. Now I can't find my... What did I do with that phone? Oh, there it is. Give me a second. It's not exactly like nomophobia, but, you know, I feel like, you know, I look at I basically declare notification bankruptcy. Like, all these notifications, like, this is... I can't handle that, man. It's just crap. I mean, it's definitely not for me. It's overkill. Like, Apple's, bless their hearts, has tried to make it work, but unfortunately, it's just not what it needs to be. The software is just not what it needs to be. And I feel that's the problem. I feel that Android does a better job with the software experience, and apparently I'm not the only one. Diana pretty much echoed my sentiments earlier in the other live stream. Yeah, it's interesting how that kind of went. I don't know if I locked it. Yeah, it locked. Sorry about that. Jamar asked, do you use social media, and this is in Discord, RSS or new aggregation apps for your news? No, I mean, so, yeah, a mix. I don't have an RSS reader at this point. You know, I'm fine, and I mean, there's so much I could catch up on. Google sometimes feeds me stuff. I go to a few websites individually. I don't have anything that I subscribe to. Maybe if I found an amazing reader outright that I could subscribe to, that would be you know, something that I would use. But I haven't found one. If you've got a reader recommendation, I'm all ears. I've been using Google Newsstand, I think, and that's been fine. Speeding Cheetah, Chris, what internet do you have? Do you still have 2, or is that the only one you did a 24/7 live stream? Yeah, I have an interesting story about that, but you know, I don't do things the way that most people do things. I'll put it to you that way. Yeah, Ustream, as a matter of fact, I every so often I trip into an old video that I've done, and then I remember recording it and sitting in this chair and talking, this very chair where those old videos, those crappy videos used to be played back. I mean, this is the thing, is that these live TLDRs, they're exciting when they're live. I do wonder how many other people watch them after they're live, though. Some people do. But I know there's a great value in being able to effectively interact live. Jamar D in Discord also asks, readers are great for RSS, very powerful, customizable. For newsreader, I still use Flipboard, mostly because of its layout and use of imagery. Yeah, Flipboard just kind of upset me. I'm like, I just saw so many ads. I'm like, really? I get it. You need to pay the bills, but that usually turns me off right away in an app experience, even when it's free. Mark Foreman says, Chris, it appears that Google plays chess while the rest are playing checkers. My Pixel 2 XL is amazing. I'm having a generally good experience. I haven't had any major, hiccups outright. Like I said, I am running the beta. I'm somewhat hopeful that Google's got their eye on the prize. They've got the product forums where you can post a comment or like a question or a concern, an issue, and they follow up with it. Like they're really dedicated to that. So I have a feeling that I'm going to be using those forums a lot. The people were talking about the thing that I was talking about yesterday, the audio problem, the mic problem. So I have a feeling that they're going to look into it to address the issue. And I'm very, very grateful because it just lets me know that they're working on software. That's what I want, not the hardware. I want the software. That's what I feel. Demodar Kenny says, waiting for your reactions to Google promise of 2-year warranty, screen burn and phobia sorted. I talked about that in yesterday's TLDR. I don't really want to get into it again tonight. What? Okay. So Speeding Cheetah, yeah, it looks like they're the same company. I looked into this last night. Blue Mail and Type Mail, they're effectively the same company. They split. It was very, very, very weird. Okay, this is just... is there a paid action launcher? I think you pay like $5. I think it was $5. Oh, you can donate. I know. All I know is I paid for it, and then they've got something else that they've got an icon bundle thing. They call it action something else. But then you can change your icons more easily and more seamlessly, and basically make all the icons look the same, as well they should. But they make it they've done their job with design outright. Someone else basically he got the paid version but never uses it. Last year he uses ADW2. I've tried Nova, and for years I'm like, oh yeah, Nova's it. But then like Eddie recommended Action Launcher. I'm like, wow, dude, there's no way I'm coming back. There's no way I'm going back to anything else. But the as far as that goes, the in Canada. Oh yeah, Liz is in Canada for now. Well, your devices in Canada are the same. Liz had her own little experience with the iPhone today. It didn't work. It didn't start up. It wasn't booting. She had to make an appointment to get someone to look at it. She takes it into the Apple Store, and they basically were doing things that apparently made her upset, and then ultimately her phone turned on its own, like even without prompting. It's crazy how that works. It's like taking a car to a mechanic. Like it's just strange how technology does that to you. It always makes a liar out of you. That just drives me up the wall. By the way, we're going to be wrapping up a little early today, so you got about 10 minutes before, and I was planning on doing this. I didn't mention it at the top of the hour, at the top of the broadcast, largely because I just wanted to get going with it, and sometimes when I get going, I forget about the things that I need to tell you. Dang it, that's what I was looking for. Thank you for finally allowing me to swipe up and get to what I need. Let's do this. I want to make sure, yeah. Sorry, I wanted to make sure that the night shift mode was on. Even though it's reflecting blue, that's a warm light in front of me. Man. I'm happy to have new glasses. I'm happy that I can see. But it with bigger lenses comes a lot more grime, So then you gotta wipe them off. These are also, I've learned these glasses are very heavier than my old ones. Like, I could, like, throw up my glasses and be fine and do things, and they'd never move. But these glasses, they never stick. They fall back. They fall off all the time. It's something that I wasn't expecting with going with these frames outright. My Name Has Changed asks, have you played Star Wars Force Arena mobile game, Chris? I have not outright. I've seen it at a distance, but I just don't play a lot of those types of games necessarily. It's not really something I spend a lot of time on. I played the Droid, Jules Droid BB-8, Droid Bubbles. What was it called? Played that for a while, and then I got frustrated. I'm like, it wants me to wait an hour before I can play again or pay money. I'm like, done. SkyCop70 asked, is there a paid action launcher? I did mention, I did already answer that, but the other super chatter that came in basically started the Jedi Pixel Fund. That's how you know you're far along. The Jedi is probably going to start with one of those Amazon devices for kids. Free time, free play. I can never remember the name of the dang thing. Dennis Camacho says, oh no, I missed Diana Live. Will you post your live stream later? No, we will not. Just kidding, it's already there. I don't know if it's public already, but it's in the other YouTube channel. You'll love it, trust me. You're in for quite a treat. Quite a treat. Because it's nice. Well, at least I know from your position in what you've chatted with me in the past on, it's definitely something you're going to enjoy watching. Let's see here. Zach Berjawi asks, is software really the only reason you are willing to look past the hardware issues in the XL2 and won't remotely look past the hardware notch on the iPhone 10? Let me see if I can break that down. Give me a second. Need some green tea. Is software really the only reason and won't look past the hardware notch on the iPhone 10? Yeah, it's a driver. It absolutely is for me. I just can't. I can't see myself using a device that I feel is just not usable. That I feel is causing great pain and discomfort. And the iPhone with iOS has just gotten to that point. So to me, the iPhone 10 is just insult to injury. Because the software just bends around it. This hardware inclusion, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. At a distance, on the surface, it just does not work for me. I can't see wanting it or needing it. iOS is. Here's the thing: if it improved iOS dramatically in the design and everything, the flow, I mean, they're like, all right, well, then you've obviously got an option on the table. But because I don't see it as doing that, then I just can't. I can't sit idly by and not make a decision and not at least try. And I believe that, despite the Pixel 2 shortcomings, it's in my estimation with software, it's not a horrible device. There are some things that need to be tweaked. There are some things that need to be modified. Absolutely. The question is, will Google modify them? I'm not talking about a vivid color palette or whatever. I'm talking about like true problems, like a microphone being too tinny when recording audio and video. It's how Google responds to these kinds of concerns. For some people, the screen is a deal breaker. I don't know if that's a deal breaker for me. And let me tell you, I've tried a couple of wallpapers. They're really neat, but I had to turn them off. I'm like, that just doesn't look good. Like, there's one called Black Licorice, I think, and it did not look nice. I was like, I have to turn that off. I just went to straight black. My wallpaper is just straight up black. I don't have a wallpaper right now. So yeah, I can't look past the notch because the software has to bend around it. I mean, the software is in generally, by and large, iPhone 10 notwithstanding, a better experience on the Pixel than on the iPhone in general. And then, of course, there are exceptions to the rule. Trust me, I cannot wait for the day when either a system so powerful or Android is architected in such a fashion that jank does not happen again. It still rears its ugly head, even in Google's own apps. I just don't know, if or when, some of these things are going to get addressed. Ragnar says, is there actually a way to mute idiots on the YT chat? No, unfortunately, there's not outright. I mean, we've got certain means and mechanisms to do it. But that's why we have Discord chat, where we tend to elevate that conversation. So if you want to join a more a chat room for a more civilized age, Discord is definitely there for you. Skycap70 says, I must have missed it, but when is the Pixelbook coming? Apparently not as soon as it did for reviewers. Everyone else got their Pixelbooks. I'm like, what do I got to do? Who do I got to talk to? Nobody. There ain't nobody who's listening. So I got to wait. That I know of, it hasn't shipped yet. But it's, let's see here, what's the date? Oh, wait. It should be soon, actually. Give me a second. I don't, let me go here. Oh, I heard this news today. The cool thing is, Disney is going to be releasing those Infinity figures, but as separate from the bases, and they're going to potentially be articulated, which is so cool. Okay, let's see here. Delivered, ordered. Oh, so the Pixelbook ships October 30th. That's when that goes in. Yay. Yay! I got mail. Yay! Why did that... The weirdest things pop into my head sometimes, I tell you what. Suze Polo asks, will the Note 8 be the next Android device you try? You know what? Here, hang on just a second. I gotta take a picture of this, because I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of people asking. And no, you're doing well. Don't like, be upset or anything. Hang on, I need a better white balance in here. That's... Sometimes you have to, like, refocus on stuff. My lights in here are too yellow. I've been waiting the longest time to I gotta look up the order of the bulbs because they haven't come in yet. There we go. It's a little, it's still a little yellow. Give me a second. All right. I'm taking a picture so I can send it on to the person who says, yeah, we'll see about getting you the Note 8. I don't know is the answer to that question. I also don't know who this droid is. I never really saw the droid in The Force Awakens. I got the serial viewers for Jedi to kind of play with. Because, just giving her toys that she can do that with without going after mine. I get her the various toys. Dennis Camacho says, I saw the Pixelbook at Best Buy last weekend. It's on display, but mainly with demo software. What I see with the Pixelbook at a distance looks like it's fine for me. Honestly, it would fit my use case. Absolutely. For what, like I said, I'd be looking at it as an iPad replacement. I'll potentially be recouping a good chunk of those costs with selling the iPad, because we don't need an iPad and a Pixelbook. One or the other. Yeah, I don't want or need both of them. And quite honestly, I'm not that impressed with the iPad Pro. It takes a lot to just, really grab my attention. Like, wow, the performance is everything to me. And I've been waiting for years for the performance to improve with iOS, and it just hasn't. At all. Demodar Kenny says, Pixelbook doesn't have editing apps. I understand that, but I don't edit on my iPad. So it's a non-issue. If I do, like edit a photo in Google Photos, they have the web app for it. Moreover, if an Android app is compatible, I can use an Android app to edit local video. I don't know if I'd use the Pixelbook to edit video, but remember, I don't like editing video. I don't want to edit video. If I do, I'm going to use a desktop replacement outright, the same system that's running this live stream. So it's got its own function, or it would have its own function. You may even, like, you can't necessarily see the iPad here, maybe just off screen, but you may see the edge of the Pixelbook depending on how it's standing. But yeah, I intend on definitely using it to its full possibilities. And I think the software in Chrome OS is one of the bigger reasons I'd want to use it. And that's something that I know I've talked about for a while, but I'm just inclined to move further and further away, really, from having a lot of the systems that I have, and actually streamlining. I don't need two desktop class, computers to do everything. I just need one, and I need one good one. It wasn't always that way, at all. I'm just not into supporting multiple devices. I'm happy with Chrome OS. I thought it performed very, very well before. And this is years ago, and so I can only imagine what it's like, now. And then, of course, the NVMEs, but they're very, very fast, very, very fast. The juiciest of Jays asks in Discord chat, "Do you have a home theater set up?" Not really. We don't really have a home theater outright. We do, but the equipment in it is so old. We need a new receiver and we need a new TV. So no, we just don't spend a lot of time down there right now. We have everything that we might need, when guests come over. But the next TV that would likely get upgraded would be that one in the awesome room. So, as I mentioned about 10 minutes ago, a little while ago, I'm wrapping this up. It's been about a half hour. I know it's a short TLDR, but the other live video feed that you watched is there in the other channel, youtube.com/Chris Pirillo. So, plenty more Chris Pirillo to watch, or in Diana, I should say, specifically in the other channel. Thank you for asking questions. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a podcast today. I can't even remember if I uploaded a podcast. But don't worry, if I do, I'll be doing it on twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo for y'all. You could also go to that profile, links in the video description, if you want to join Discord chat. You can also become a patron if you want to join Discord chat by heading over to patreon.com/Chris Pirillo. The reason why I'm ending things early is because I am hungry. I need to eat. I should probably have warned Diana about that. Let me go ahead and end it with this last question. Mad Bear asks in Discord, "Are you concerned that most of the Android apps are not optimized to take advantage of the large screen on the Pixelbook?" No, not really, because I can just run them in a window. I don't need everything to run full screen. I don't even like anything to run full screen, so I'm good. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks again for supporting me. If you didn't super chat or you're not a patron or a sub, you can head over to go.tagjag.com/freepoints. And with that, you can install it and get basically earn gift cards on your iOS or Android device. And then Zach Berjawi comes in at the last second, says, "Just realized I didn't send a super chat today." Dude, don't worry about it. You've done enough. You've done plenty. Thank you very, very much for your support. Believe you me, it means a lot. Not just to me, but even to Diana. She's inclined to do it again because of the support that she saw with y'all tonight. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. Like I've said, I love you. I do. I appreciate you. I do. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. Oh, man. Future of the Clown? Come on, really? All right, you get the last word. May the Force be with you.